Hello and thank you for tuning into my Leica Cyclone model tutorial series. My name is Matt Brown. Throughout this series, I will be covering basic 3D modeling techniques using Cyclone Model. In part 1, I will be covering how to manually create a Cyclone pipe or cylinder and elbow. Begin by identifying the pipe. Using your pointer, click on the pipe point cloud, right-click, region grow, cylinder. Cyclone then throws a cylinder on that region of pipe. Click OK to continue. From here, you can manually adjust the pipe's length. So we'll just bring this up to the top of the valve. And then what we'll do is we'll insert the points of that pipe so that we have something to measure off of later if we need to for QA/QC purposes. So inspect the pipe, and if it looks good, we can continue by copying that same pipe and simply dragging it down. So copy, paste, drag down. Since the pipe is in the original alignment of the first pipe, we can do that copy paste easily enough and drop it down to the below that section of the valve. Depending on your customer's requirements, it may be necessary to extend the pipes or the sections of pipes to a weld line. To do so, since the point cloud is so dense and so clean, you can easily see where the weld line is. In this case, we'll drag it down to the point where I just pointed to. See the weld line right there. Select it and drag the handle down. And now we can look at the pipe fit quality. As you can see here, it shows how accurately the pipe fit or the cylinder fit to the point cloud. Now you may not want to do this for every single model you do. It'll take forever, but it's a good way to QA/QC the model after you create it. Once you've created the cylinder, the next step is to create your elbow. In this case, we'll create the elbow at the bottom of this cylinder. To do so, navigate to the bottom. Using your pointer, click on the center line handle of that cylinder, and then up top, create object, insert, elbow. Once you've inserted the elbow, a dialog box will pop up with properties of that elbow. In here, you can adjust many different parts of that elbow. In this case, we'll adjust the bend ratio so that we can fit it to the point cloud. So to do so, just type in the bend ratio and click create. Next, using the rotation handles, rotate the elbow to align with the point cloud. So what you'll do is, first you'll make sure your rotation handles are turned on. Once you select that cylinder, you'll see the rotation handles on all the orange handles. Using those, just rotate until it fits. Next, turn off your handles so you don't have a cluttered screen. Select the center point of that elbow. Up top, create object, insert, cylinder. This will create a cylinder aligned with that elbow. Once created, simply pull back the cylinder to the point where it starts or stops. Once completed, just review it by rotating and zooming in. Just check alignment of the point or of the cylinder and the point cloud and the elbow. Make sure everything looks good. And then navigate up to the top, and we're going to place an elbow on this cylinder, but using a different method. This time we're going to create the cylinder, and then we're going to create an elbow based off of these two cylinders. Using your pointer, select the point cloud of that cylinder, right-click, region grow, cylinder, and let Cyclone grow that region. This time the region grew a little bit inside or onto the elbow, so pull that back so that the region extends only through the cylinder. Then click OK. and that will create that cylinder. From here, just inspect it once again to make sure everything looks good. Go ahead and rotate around, and what you're going to do here is we're going to show the object's cloud just to check it out against, check the cylinder against the actual point cloud. We're not going to actually insert the points, we're just going to turn them on to show them. So to do this, select your cylinder, right click, show object point cloud. When you do this and show the object point cloud, you don't actually insert any points, so you can't click on the points to measure against the point to the actual cylinder. If you want to measure against the point, you'll have to insert the points. So here we're just going to pull this down to align with the actual weld. I'm going to rotate around, check it out a little bit, and then what we're going to do is extend it back to the point where my cylinder or my elbow is going to meet, and then the other side we can extend it as well as far as we can see that going, as long as the alignment stays true. So now we're going to create the elbow, but first we want to make sure the point cloud is not selectable, so deselect. Then you want to click on the two cylinders, right click, type in connectors, elbow connectors, and then type in the bend ratio, and this takes practice. Click create. This will insert between those two cylinders an elbow based on the bend ratio that you provide Cyclone. So from here, just do your QA QC to make sure everything looks good and aligned, and then you're done. Thank you for tuning in. I hope part 1 was beneficial. If you have any questions or would like to see a specific tutorial covering Cyclone model or other Cyclone modules, please email me at the address below or message me anytime on LinkedIn.